For you, Aquarius, you really do have some breakthroughs when it comes to love. You have the Lovers, right? First card out, you have the Lovers. How ironic is that? The Lovers represents a newfound level of self-respect. It represents you're not afraid of love. You're not afraid of putting yourselves out there. A lot of you Aquarius are not afraid of even having someone switch on you. And we're going to go over why. The Three of Wands is why. A lot of you Aquarius are able to actually go out there now, be way more accepting and letting go of the fact of what happens next. And what I mean by that is, a lot of you Aquarius want one thing, right? Secretly, that you don't necessarily tell, obviously, because it's a secret, other people, right? Which is, you want love. And the situation with this is not right, especially when you have the Lovers. Now you Aquarius are finally in positions to actually be open. Your heart is open now to actually receive the love that you want. The only situation is that you realize, because you're still smart, a lot of you Aquarius still realize that the vast majority of the people that are around you and that you are going to interact with are still full of it. So a lot of you Aquarius have to essentially date until you find the correct person. The Nine of Pentacles, however, represents, and it's not that you Aquarius are particularly desperate either. A lot of you Aquarius are very much so learning how to be way more patient. See, you're in a situation where you Aquarius, you don't really necessarily, before you didn't necessarily know where it is that you were going to go, what it is that you were going to do. Now you started to learn a little bit more about yourselves within the last couple of months. So now a lot of you Aquarius are in a situation where, because you're learning about yourself, you very much so realize that you have a lot of love to give. And another thing too that you got to worry about is, or I ain't gonna say worry about, but something that you got to do is that you have to forget about all of the individuals that would try to hold you down, hold you back. Forget about all of those people. And this is the thing that when we go back, the Lovers and the Three of Wands is about just that. You're willing to really experiment now, go out, talk to people, find out if they're, find out if you're compatible with them, even much so to the point of traveling, Three of Wands. And I've talked about this many times before, if you don't necessarily find people, right, even something potentially brewing in the location that you're in, then it's time for you to essentially travel. Because it's not necessarily working out in the place that you would expect it to work out. So instead of you wasting your time sitting up here, right, thinking about how you can convince somebody, because you can't convince anybody of anything, you basically just understand that since you can't convince anybody of anything, why not just go out there and actually look for the people that want to give you their time and give you their attention. So the Seven of Swords now is about how, since that's the case, the Seven of Swords represents thinking that you're going to find treasure in a person, and you come to find out you find this. You know what I mean? You find nonsensical stuff. You find nonsense where a person, you thought that the person was valuable and they brought a lot of value to the table, but actually they really just wanted to use you. And I'm saying all this to say that because a lot of you Aquarius are way removed from that. A lot of you Aquarius, you now know how to basically be able to spot when somebody is trying to waste your time, trying to get on your nerves, trying to basically, the relationship is not going a way that a functional relationship would go. A lot of you Aquarius have a better understanding, a better idea of that. And because you have a better idea of that, you know, or you Aquarius have a better understanding of when you should get out of Dodge, right? When you should stop communicating with somebody because you realize that they are just basically giving you fluff. Because sometimes people will do that. People will put you in they'll try to put you in a position where they'll make it seem like they're changing their ways. They're turning themselves around when in actuality, they're really not. And what it is that they're trying to do is they're really trying to make it so that you get to stick around longer. And the reason why it is that they're doing all of that in the first place is because they really like you. But the problem is that they're broken. See, when I talk about the 10 life values, right? When I talk about the 10 life values, spirituality, stuff like this, it has spirituality is the matter of what your heart is. Where is your heart? The value of your heart, right? They talk about how Anubis, the lord of the underworld, right, weighs the heart up against the feather, right? You know, and the lesson in that is a person's heart must be pure. A person's heart must learn how they must learn how to make peace with the circumstances, change some circumstances, and not be so upset, not be so angry, not be so trying to get someone caught up on some stuff. And the thing about it is that when people try to make it seem like they're really changing over a new leaf, they're turning around, they're trying to make it so that, they're changing over a new leaf, they're turning around, they're trying to make it so that things end up being, or it appears that way, that they're going to be different. All of that stuff is to get you Aquarius to be in a particular situation where you Aquarius remain in the loop with them, chasing up after them, that one day these people are going to change. And that's what the Seven of Swords represents. Because whenever it is that you see people try to disrespect you, misuse you, treat you like trash, it's not for what it is that you think it is. It's not that these people are trying to actually get rid of you. It's quite the opposite. They really want you to stay. And the thing about it is that they have to, like I said before, they have to try to break your spirit. They have to ruin a beautiful thing or a beautiful person. So what they'll do is they know the effects of what could happen if they were to ruin a person's ruin a person's their own self-image from the outside in, right? So what do is that the Seven of Swords, they make themselves appear to be very physically appealing, because the physical appeal, it makes it easier for them to weasel their way into potential relationships, weasel their way into people's trust. So the thing about it is, when you Aquarius learned how to not just look at the way that a person looks, but understand their character, understand the goofy stuff that they do, and for you Aquarius to actually start to look at them from that perspective. The Ten of Pentacles represents this is a couple of things, because the Ten of Pentacles represents, number one, you realize that you shouldn't, and that you're not, but more importantly, you shouldn't waste your time, your money, and your efforts trying to get this person to be decent. Decency is a matter of accountability. It's a matter of a person's their own agency. And just because a person appears to have that does not actually mean that everybody has responsibility and accountability and decency. And a lot of you Aquarius wanted to stop rewarding people that appear like they're decent, appear like they're open-hearted, they're ready for a relationship, when in actuality all it is that they're trying to do is waste your time. A lot of you Aquarius realize that you got to stop doing that. So you did stop it. And the Ten of Pentacles also represents, because it means different things. The Ten of Pentacles also represents you Aquarius are thankful of this, because you see the reality that a lot of people are very two-timing. Not necessarily every last person, because that's not true. There are people that are very much so genuine. But at the same time, right? But at the same time, a lot of you Aquarius are realizing that there's power in walking away. There's power in saying no. There's power in having the ability, right, to have self-love, approach people, get to know people. If they're not interested, it's okay, let them go. Stay patient so that you don't become desperate and run into any kind of situation with somebody at the first sign that they show you interest. See when a person is wasting your time and then stop rewarding terrible behavior. So now, right, the Eight of Pentacles now represents, so because you Aquarius did that, a lot of you Aquarius are now in a situation where you're now at a new level of self-peace, because people that you have tried to date, whether it's any of that type of stuff, people that you tried to date, get to know, and they showed you that they were two-faced, that they're not meant to be trusted, a lot of you Aquarius feel very good because of it. And I'll explain to you why, right? Hear me out. The reason why it is I'm saying that is because you know better now. It puts so many different things into perspective for you Aquarius, because you Aquarius are in a situation where this is a time in your life, Aquarius, where things are turning, not necessarily in a way that you expected it to turn, but in a way that it needed to turn. Because a lot of you Aquarius are walking, a lot of you Aquarius were kind of, was you saw me making these videos, and if you're new to the channel, what's up? But you saw me making these videos for the Aquarius that been here, but you were still debating with yourselves on whether or not people can be so empty, right? Because you were having a problem understanding that some people can be emotionally unavailable, empty, broken, spiritually compromised, soulfully compromised. Because everything has a spirit, but not everything has a soul. Trust me, okay? Some people lose their soul in the process, literally lose it. But for you to actually experience it, you were once on the fence about seeing the true natures and when someone is trying to play you. But now a lot of you Aquarius now, this event of what's been going on with you, this new transformation of what's been going on with you Aquarius, this helps you get to that conclusion of this is a deciding factor. Instead of it being cloudy and you going back and forth and it being not an obscure area, for you Aquarius, it's clear now that some people are going to try to waste your time. play games with you, and that it's up to you, Aquariuses, it's up to you, Aquarius or Aquarii, to basically put yourself in a position where you stop rewarding bad behavior. You understand? And also how to look for when someone is trying to run that game on you. So the Eight of Pentacles represents, so what does this mean? This means that a lot of you Aquarius you've gone back to the drawing board. You're going back to the drawing board because now you have this brand new perception. So now this means for you Aquarius, this is a particular situation where you Aquarius are now, you look at the world differently now, but you now have a better understanding of how to move in it. So this is much more going back to the drawing board and relearning how to become better Aquarius, because you had this perception of love, money, your job, your own self-image. And now a lot of you Aquarius have to, you're learning, and you have to learn, for the Aquarius who didn't know this, you have to actually reshape your reality. You Aquarius actually have to fix your own self-image. Fix the image that you see looking back at you in the reflection in that mirror. And the thing about it is, the Three of Swords, that's what the Disney movie Snow White was about. The witch seemed to appear uglier and uglier because the witch was having problems with the image that the witch was seeing back, right? Because all of the things that the witch has dedicated themselves to, that the witch dedicated themselves to, the witch was having a problem with their own conscience. So the image was ugly, even though the witch was very attractive, right? And I think Sleeping Beauty or something like that. One of those two. I don't watch Disney like that. That's something that I ain't seen since I was a little one. But I understand the symbolism and the spirituality of it, right? One of those two. I think it's Sleeping Beauty or something like that. One of those two. Anyway, the Three of Swords now represents how, since that's the case, and the Three of Swords is that, hold on, the Eight of Wands, sorry about that. The Eight of Wands represent how, and this is more about your waking up party. And what I mean by that is, you Aquarius are going to be more close to heart. You're going to live closer to the heart. And what I mean by that is, no more feeling like you have to ice out everybody. No more feeling like you have to keep your distance. If you Aquarius feel like you have to keep your distance, you will keep your distance. But you're not going to have people around you or even associate yourself with people that you have to do that to, right? Regularly. I'm talking about generally, right? Regularly. Where you Aquarius feel like you have to be in a particular situation where you have to separate. You can't really get too close to somebody because you can't trust them. Whether it's on the job, you can't trust your job situation. You can't trust your because it just seemed like these people find any kind of problem to be upset with you. You can't trust. A lot of you Aquarius can't trust. You feel like you can't necessarily trust your romantic situations. A lot of you Aquarius very much so feel like if you have to feel like that around a person that you trust, then you're going to stop trusting them and just go on away, especially if you can control it, right? Now the job, but the Three of Swords represents, and this is a very humbling experience. This is not something that you're regularly used to, but no one is, right? At first, you have to build up to that level of experience But this is a definitely a humbling experience, but you're glad that you're going through it. There's a brand new transformation for you. Then the Two of Wands and the Three of Cups now represents how it is that, you know, people trying to break your heart, trying to get you to feel dejected, down. That's not going to work like that anymore. Because a lot of you Aquarius understand that more than likely this is a very short-lived interaction. This is a very short-lived relationship with this person. Whatever your relationship is, whether you are in a full-blown established bond or you're just getting to know them, if a person is doing that to you, this is short-lived, because you Aquarius are not afraid of walking away. You never were, but for different reasons. Before, right? Before, it was about having to learn to kind of shut yourself down. Now, yeah, still that to a certain extent, but now you know why. It's because people are dysfunctional and they're broken, and a lot of them are compromised. And if you don't watch and take care of yourself, if you don't, right? Lovers, if you don't take care of yourself, people, right, Aquarius, really will try to bring you along the ride with them on that path of self-destruction and dysfunction. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Lovers. Excuse me. The Knight of Wands, the Star, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, to clarify the Lovers. This is a situation for you Aquarius where, again, someone's coming in. If someone is going to come in, it has to be for the right reasons. It has to be because they want to get to know you. If they don't, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, they're not going to last long, because you Aquarius know when someone is faking it. You Aquarius are more aware of it. And you Aquarius are not going to sit there. Because, see, that's the thing with Aquarius, with you Aquarius. See, before, you Aquarius would have known that somebody was full of it, and you may not have necessarily said anything, but you still would have hung around them because you were giving them the benefit of the doubt. Now you Aquarius are like, yo, if you're not genuine, you got to go. I'm going to leave, and leave you looking stupid. That's what you're saying about them, right? So let's clarify the Three of Cups. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, right? King of Swords, the Moon. And you, like I said, you'll ghost them if they start to act like this, because it can't be something casual, right? The two of you actually have to see eye to eye. You have to be on the same page as far as a relationship goes. Friendship, job, anything, right? But I'm talking relationally, right? Relationship-wise. But this can apply to anything. And this is more so if they don't, then you bouncing, you out. You know what I mean? You don't have time for that anymore. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. I have 9,134 subs. Oh my gosh, I just want to say thank you. Appreciate y'all so much. Listen, smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And not only that too, but if you love this content, Aquarius, if you like watching videos like this, then please consider watching some more of my videos, my Aquarius videos, right? If, you know, whatever zodiac sign your person was, you can watch their videos as well as your Aquarius videos. Some of those videos will pop up somewhere around here. Feel free to watch as much as you want. Watch them all. Maybe you'll, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that there's something for you to learn in every video. Trust me, I go that deep. Peace.